these stakes, this is kind of just marking your easement. Yours runs to the curb, but there is what we call like an easement. It's like the right of way. That's for like utility companies to come in. It's like Spectrum, sewer, or data companies, sewer, gas, electric, water. This is like all their right of way to work in here. It's your property, yours to maintain, but people still do stuff in these.
Oh, okay.
These wood stakes, usually, especially the ones in the back, the wood stakes aren't necessarily your property pin. It identifies the location of that rebar, and that rebar is buried underground. And the day of closing, it's all going to be exposed for you to see. That's where your true property is. So if you ever run a fence or anything, you don't want to just run into this, especially like I said back there, there's a piece of rebar, which I will show you when we get to your closing.
Okay.
And I'll say all that again, so don't worry. You're going to hear me say a lot of things multiple times. I've been doing this for about 10 years now. Usually the things I talk about are things that have happened. So just learn from other people. I had some that used the stakes and the fence was 3 inches off the line. So just keep in mind. I'm gonna say there is loose dirt, nails, dirt. Just it's a construction site, so just be mindful where we're walking.
Okay. Careful, okay? Look at your...
It's already inside my... It's already...
Careful of the nails.
Your nails on.
Gonna be the side of the house, obviously. You have a tankless water heater. It's gonna be sitting out here. Gas, electric, water. So that's just where it's gonna be. Floodlight, spigot, always on the opposite corner. You're gonna have the same thing, floodlight and spigot. And like I said, I'm gonna say this all over again. This is your line. This is that billboard easement lot. That's the billboard lot. So your property goes straight all the way back to here to here. And it's gonna follow back down this side and then all the way back up. When we do these yards, we do full pin to pin sod and irrigation. So they're gonna, right now, this is all messy.
Yeah. What are you going to flatten it?
It won't. The goals are as much usable yard as possible and yards that allow drainage. So it's not going to be perfectly flat. There's going to be areas for water to move, so it doesn't come to the house and goes away from the house. But there's probably going to be some dirt that gets brought in to build some of it up, and some of that's going to get scraped out. The only dirt that we're really worried about right now is that dirt that's under the house. There's a time and place for everything. When we get closer to everything, like the outside stuff's done, we'll start the grading. We'll come through and cut out all this vegetation. It'll get hauled out. If we got to bring in dirt, we'll bring in a little bit, some dirt, kind of set the swells and everything. I don't want everyone to think that it's going to be a perfectly flat yard, because you're probably going to have some of this going up and then back down, and having the swell catch that back line, and then you still got to get water away from everything. So there's going to be some movement back here.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
Mommy, you do something.
You want to walk back there and look at the pins?
No, not now.
Okay.
Maybe at the closing.
Runs back over.
What's the light, man?
Gusto mo ba makita? Gusto mo pumunta doon?
Run straight there. Come back up.
Before
towards
that post?
This is all the billboard access. So you got to think that billboard access just kind of runs all the way down, and your pin should be right back there. We just walk on the
Remember when we
gravel.
walked over there that day and I showed
Oh, you seen it
with a
already?
little stick in the ground?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
So
that.
it's like right up in
And it goes back up and then all the way back down the center and then straight back out to the road. So you got a big lot.
Yeah.
It's huge. And like I said, it'll be sod, irrigation, and everything, so you don't have to worry about it.
Don't step on the
HVAC. Where your condenser will be for your outside.
Oh, this one.
It's not sound.
That's just a sewer pipe.
Yeah, it's a sewer pipe. They have a rock.
What is that one?
The big vent,
Oh, that's a vent.
the big metal one.
Uh-huh.
That is your furnace vent. That's for your heat. You have gas heat in the. That's just for the gas and everything, the fumes, everything that escape the house.
Oh, okay. The what?
That one.
Oh, you listen.
Main meter. That is just a sleeve we use to feed inside the house, and I'll show you more about that at your closing, your walkthrough. That's just where like data companies will tie into the house. They can put their wires through it and put it in the closet.
Okay.
I go make a circle. That's a soggy place.
Coming on in. It is a little messy.
We are 108.
So right now we are waiting on county inspectors. Tomorrow they're gonna come in and inspect the house before we can insulate it. It's probably gonna fail the first time. They usually fail the first time. Rich City, Columbia is pretty strict on the building process, so it's always a good thing. After that, either he's gonna give me the okay to insulate if he can see the repairs after installation. And when we insulate, we're only going to insulate areas that cannot be accessed with the blower. So the walls will be insulated from interior to exterior, so all this will be insulated with bats all the way around. All this will be your platforming here a little bit. But the only areas that we aren't going to insulate is like exterior to exterior. Garages are considered an exterior space. So that wall will not be insulated, that will not be insulated. Anywhere where it comes into the interior will be.
Okay.
Touch it.
When we get siding put back on, or siding put on and the sheetrock up, they'll come in with a blower and it just kind of fluffs out the insulation and they'll blow it in all these little places. So, this is part of the process, the fun stuff. You guys familiar with construction a little bit?
Not really.
Okay, that's no big deal. I just like to know for what to kind of dive into. A lot of stuff I'm going to be able to explain so much better at your NHO to actually give you examples, like what GFIs are, shutoffs for gas, breakers, arc fault, like all that fun stuff. I'll be able to give you a lot better examples.
Okay, thank you.
But there's still some really cool things that put why we have certain warranties in place and what to look for and what to expect.
Okay.
So you see this band right here? This is a girder truss. We have a lot of weight separate from these trusses to this one and these to that one. We have 11-month pull-up. That's for settlement for paint and drywall. You're gonna get nail popping.
How are we gonna
You're gonna get cracks. These things are very normal in your new builds. For instance, you have sheetrock coming this way. These 2 points are gonna settle a little bit different. You're gonna start seeing some nail pops, which is basically like the sheetrock, a little circle kind of like pops out of the sheetrock. Perfectly normal. House isn't falling over. That's why we have those. That's why we have those in place. So it just kind of puts like into perspective of how it's all going. And I will say, even after we do the video talking, I would come back through the house, start at the front door, and just take one video of all the walls, look into the ceiling, like get a good visual of everything. And I like the video because it keeps everything in place. We just take pictures of walls. That wall's gonna look like this wall, that wall's gonna look like that wall. And that stuff will help you tremendously down the road. If you wanna add something, tie in something, hang some stuff, it's good stuff to have.
So you know where your beams are, where you can nail things.
And the electric, you know, the electric.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Some things to avoid though, like this wall right here. This is your line set. This is what's going to supply the charge from your condenser outside to your air handler in the attic. Those coils. You're going to hear vibrations in this wall. It's going to make noises. It's why we put them away from the owners and bedrooms and try to keep them just away from everything. With this floor plan, it just lands here, and you will notice a little vibrations coming from that wall. Just the sound.
But it's safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then,
More reason to point that out is I've had people that move in to go to hang like a mirror or a picture, and I've had people put screws through these.
oh, yes.
So just be mindful. There's a couple other things I'm gonna point out along the
Yeah,
way.
you're right.
Those 3 command strips were perfect for hanging stuff up. Pictures and all that, mess up on that, you can pull the tag out and start over.
Oh,
They're awesome.
Mommy, I have a question.
what?
Why are
You
you
got
always
the
beside the
additional
door?
lights in here, so you should have 4 additional lights. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're not even
All the
chilling, Mommy.
bedrooms and living room are pre-wired for a ceiling fan. That means there's a 4th wire up there that does absolutely nothing when you move in. It's just there if you want to add a ceiling fan. It's usually the red wire,
Yeah.
and you just plug it straight to the fan side.
Oh, nice.
HVAC, I'll probably explain a lot more of that at your closing, but you can kind of get the idea looking at it, just how it all works. So air is coming in through like all these vents, through this vent, and it's gonna suck back down, work its way back in, go back to the system, and kind of just keep recirculating. You guys live in South Carolina?
Yes.
So you're familiar with our summers, get pretty brutal.
Yes.
August, those months,
Yes.
when it's 100-some degrees out,
So
all the bedroom
hot.
doors are closed. It's not letting air pull in. It's not pulling air from that front bedroom. Throughout the day, closing doors every now and then, fine. Every single day, all week long, having every single door in the house shut isn't letting the house circulate. It's just trapping air in certain areas, and you're gonna get these weird little hot and cold patches.
What's even our kitchen
so
going to be, Mommy?
Having those doors open lets the house breathe and helps it, circulate. It's just on those crazy days, like you just want the whole
Yes.
house to kind of
I
fit
think
through.
this is our bathroom.
But nighttime, occasions throughout the days, you're fine. Live in your house, enjoy it. But every single day will kind of make it a little rough.
Why this red line?
That is where they mark the walls. They pull from one side down, and then they'll just cut out the doorways.
What's this thing? They're foam. No, bubble gum. They're bubble gum.
Yeah,
Ugh,
it's just foam.
looks like bubble gum.
It's not bubble gum. I would not use it. Same thing for bedrooms. Everything's pretty straightforward. We're only going to insulate these walls. This will all get blown in. And there's another return. So you should have 2 returns downstairs and 1 return upstairs, and they should all be the same size. Yeah. One of the cool things, which a lot of builders do this, before we go into drywall, we have to have a insulation test. And it's with a third-party companies that come out. They're going to rate our insulation from 1 to 3, and then they're also going to do like a leakage test on the ductwork. So they're going to cap everything off on the ductwork and run air through it and test the leakage of it, or pull air through it. And they're going to do the same thing when the house is finished. They're going to test the leakage on the home and then test it on the vents.
Okay.
Which is just, I don't know, I think it's cool stuff. I don't know. That's why I like the job. And this is kind of like another area. You got a lot of weight coming down in here over that truss or that header. You're gonna see cracking and caulking. When I say cracks, it's hairlines. Yeah, you'll see them in corners and stuff, and that stuff will fall under your 11 month. And if you haven't yet, I would read through that 210 pamphlet and that warranty stuff. There's so much good information in there, especially if you're not too familiar with construction. It's going to kind of train you to like what to expect, what to look for, because warranties are limited. And
Yes.
just like when I bought my truck, as soon as it starts making a weird noise and that warranty was about to expire, I was at that dealership trying to get my warranty work. So get familiar with it, and it'll help you in the long run. Shower, they'll have the glass doors, toilet room, separate from everything. Nice little closet.
Walking class.
Bakit hindi? Ano ba ulam mo yun?
Gagi, hindi.
Where's the shower? This is your house.
And then in the garage right here, you got your attic access, which will be a pull downstairs right here. Only thing that's really there for is just so we can have access to all points of the attic for inspections, and then also to get in there to blow in the insulation. And the only places that are inside right now are like our pre-bat areas, like behind here, where we don't have access to. So that stuff's already insulated.
Okay.
Is this the closet?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, that was another bedroom.
No, it's a huge closet.
What in the world?
And then dual vanity. There is one thing I'd like to show you, the laundry room. Washer, dryer. If you're getting a new washer and dryer, good. If not, you're getting older ones, bring them over. They work just as good. And I'll say it again, at your NHO, change those hoses. The supply hoses that feed the washer. Right now, they recommend 2 to 5 years to change them out. The problem is when they're sitting there, all those little cracks and everything are pressed in. When you take them apart, all those cracks open back up, and when you go to put them back on, they don't line back up. 10 years I've been doing this, I've had 7 houses leak because those hoses were not changed. And there's nothing I can do about that. So I'll say it again at the NHS, so don't worry. That's just going to be storage space under the stairs and have its own light. It's going to be unfinished storage. Every now and then, if the flooring guys have extra floor, they'll put it in there, but for the most part, it's going to be like the garage. It's just going to be concrete and sheetrock and primed.
Okay.
But it's going to be an insulated door that sits here. Like I said, it's just storage. Kitchen, refrigerator, cabinet space, the Lazy Susan spinny cabinet thing, cabinet space. Branch cooktop has gas for the cook, but you also have an electric outlet if down the road you decide you don't want to use gas. You have an option to use electric, but you have to do that after.
This electric and with gas?
Yep. So it's either or, right? Our default is always going to be a gas install, but we still bring the outlets in case you decide
to
you
change
want
it.
Yeah, to electric range.
Okay.
Some people love gas, some people hate it, and usually people that don't like it aren't familiar with it and they end up loving it. But I'll give the whole spill on that one too when we get there. Cabinets, sink, dishwasher. Granite has like a 11.5 inch, 12 inch overhang, so your granite will hang out to about right here, and yeah, good stuff. Ready to go upstairs?
Okay, let's go.
This is where you're going to see a lot of like nail cracking. Even after the first year,
Yes.
you're going to get cracking on these stairways and that caulking. They're moving around, they're bouncing. It's going to happen.
Isn't it dangerous? The nails who's gonna pop?
What's that?
The nails that are popping, are they not dangerous?
The nails? Dangerous?
No, if they're gonna pop out. Like what?
Oh, the nail pops on there? It's it basically, when you see that sheetrock, they sink that screw in, and then when the house is moving or wiggling, if that screw is a little too tight, when I say nail popping, it's an indention in the sheetrock. Basically, it's just gonna pop out a little hair, and that sheetrock's solid. You try moving sheetrock around, it's gonna crack, it's gonna break.
Okay.
So you're gonna see a little tiny little circle off in that screw head, and they just gotta suck that screw in, put a new screw next to it, and skim over it.
Okay. I thought the
Like popping out of the wall?
Yeah.
Oh no, that we don't want that to happen. It's just a cosmetic.
okay.
I think some construction works can be a little intimidating. Yeah, your house is gonna have cracks in it.
Huh? Georgie, in the common bathroom.
Hindi full back na.
So for this, not too much going on up here. But the same thing, bedroom's pre-wired for a ceiling fan. Pretty much it. And a big old, well, wide closet. This is our
Wow, closet.
This is basically going to be, it's an access platform for the unit and maintenance of the unit. You still want to be mindful. I know we have a crazy amount of storage space over here, but like heavy things, you don't necessarily want up here. Christmas decorations, clothing, stuff like that, you're good. Basically, this platform is an access platform, and these trusses are designed to hold the weight of the house and the roof, and the shingles and all that. So just want to be mindful about what we put up here. But for the most part, everyday items, you're fine. Like I said, everything I talk about is something that's happened. I had a house where we had trusses that were sagging in the main hallway, and I was honestly having a panic attack. It's like, I've never seen this before in my life. So we go up in the attic, and there's like gallons and gallons of paint in one
there's a lot.
spot. There's like these heavy boxes of books like stacked up. I was like, okay, cool. Move that stuff out. And
But in this area, there's no limitation of weight, something like that.
what's that?
There's no limitation of weight in this area except this one.
Yeah. I mean, your everyday house stuff is fine. But
Okay.
when you go into a specific area, you got 10 gallons of paint, 10 5-gallon buckets
Yes.
of paint in one truss. It's like, oh. But yeah, no. That was the only time it's ever happened. So we try to be mindful and let people know. Help them look out for their house. Tubs are going to be atrocious looking. They are the first thing that gets installed when we finish framing. So if you ever come back out here one day, this is going to be dirty. It's going to be covered in stuff. It's going to look rough. I have a guy that is very detailed. He comes out and he buffs them, washes them, and cleans them. You're going to see stuff on like rust stains. Like I said, he is very good, and you would never know. It just needs to be cleaned. But it's not like a wash down clean. It's a heavy clean. So I just want to give you that expectation in case you ever come out here one day.
Okay.
We have to have everything filled with water. Your pipes in the walls are all filled with water. This is filled with water. I leave water on everything until sheetrock is done. That way, if they hit something, I can see a bunch of water come out of the wall, and I know they hit something. But when they get finished, I break the sewer caps, drain the house, drain the tubs, and kind of just go from there.
So is there a cabinet here inside?
Yeah, you'll have a single vanity right here, cabinets, and toilet.
Oh,
All your bathrooms will have cabinet space. The only time we have a bathroom that doesn't have cabinet space is if it's like a toilet room, which is like a pedestal in the toilet.
okay.
But all your cabinets and everything will have cabinet space. Yeah, we go to closet. And as far as scheduling goes, like I said, tomorrow is our county inspection. Depends on what he says. Like I said, if he gives me the okay to insulate, Friday I can start insulation. I can stock the house with sheetrock, and then maybe Tuesday next week. This is like I said, if everything works day by day. And then maybe Tuesday, Wednesday start sheetrock. That cold weather coming in next week,
Yes.
sheetrock does need some more time to dry. Those are the stages we don't want to rush. I let my guys, if they gotta take more time, I want them to take more time. They want to be done with this job so they can move on to the next to get paid, but if they tell me they need an extra day, they don't want to just do it. They know it has to be one day extra to get things done. It takes a lot longer for that sheetrock to dry when it's cold. And you're gonna, if you drive by next week and you see the sheetrock started, you're gonna see days where the house just looks like it's just sitting. Because it has to dry. They'll come in and do their skim coats, and then leave and come back a couple days later, sand, skim coat again until it gets right.
Okay.
But at that point too, I'll probably start the siding. But I have to get the okay from the roof inspection.
Okay. Are they the same size?
They
That
should. Look at the plans. Double check.
forgot.
I think that one's a little bit bigger because of the closet.
Mommy,
This one is bigger.
This one's a little bit smaller. I know that. I don't know
okay.
how much smaller, but I do have pictures of it.
water. Like, not to find a window. Is this the air conditioning? It looks like it's cold.
Isa lang po, yung sa sulok. Yung kanya lang.
On the sulok.
So
Stairs and then.
13 long in here from this closet wall, and it is 12.2 wide on both rooms. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, the other one's a foot bigger.
Oh, okay.
Bigger this one.
Yeah, that one by 1 foot.
This one.
So it's not much bigger, but it's a little bit bigger. But this had the bigger closet, that's why.
So I have a question. I did not notice, but in every bathroom, is there a small window?
No, the only bathroom is going to be yours because it has that 404 fixed window. The other bathrooms don't have any windows. This has an entire roof pitch coming down the side over here, so we can't.
Can. How about the other one? Down. It can't also.
No,
The common one.
no, they don't. Because of that tub height and everything in there, it's gonna be able to fit something. It'll land on that top plate.
But there's a vent, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Code, you have to have vents. You have to have a form of air moving, or I can't remember the code word for word, but basically you either need a X amount of air moving, or you have to have X amount of square footage for air to escape.
Oh.
And like I said, I'm gonna explain when we get to your NHO about running that after hot showers, because stuff like that. But every bathroom will have a exhaust vent in it.
Okay.